Good morning, students. Yes, today we are going to read the lesson about Abdul Kalam, that is three visions for India. So Abdul Kalam, APJ Abdul Kalam, as he is still, his full name is Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam. Okay, so that is his full name, and he is known as the Missile Man of India. So why Missile Man? Why Missile Man? He is known as because his contribution is in the development of the missile projects there. And two projects, that is Prithvi and Agni missiles, were launched during his period under his guidance. So that was there. Therefore, he was known as the Missile Man. So Abdul Kalam was born on 15th October 1931 in Rameshwar in Tamil Nadu. So that is, you know about the Abdul Kalam many things. He has written many books and he has complete knowledge about the science, and he always worked for the development of the country. So what are his three visions that we are going to discuss in this lesson of Abdul Kalam here? Okay. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the father of India's integrated guided missile program. So he was the father of missile program, states three visions for India based on the achievements and progress that he has witnessed in the history of the nation and during his own career as a missile scientist. So vision means that is a dream or an ideal, whatever we dream about our country. So he also states about his three visions for his own country, India. So based on the achievements of the progress. So whatever after independence we have achieved and we have progressed. So based on that, he had three visions of India for India that he has witnessed in the history of the nation and during his own career. So when he was studying, he was making his career. So at that time also this was in his mind that these things should be done and I want my country to be progressed, to be developed in these 3 points. So what are the three visions for India? Freedom, development and standing up. Standing up means that is to stand up with brave courage and to face, ready to face every challenges. So that was there. So standing up. So freedom, development and standing up. These are the three visions made by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The focus of his presentation is on developing India to its fullest potential. So what is the main focus after independence? That is to develop India. Give all the facilities, fullest potential, whatever the capacity we have, we should develop while standing up to the rest of the world, while facing all the challenges to the rest of the world with fully validated self-respect, and that also with confirmed self-respect. We want self-respect also, only we should not progress, but to the fullest, whatever the capacity we had among our countrymen, we should stand. We should be ready to face any difficulty or challenges that come to our country, and that is self-respect is also essential for the achievements that have been obtained in the modern times. So whatever we are going to achieve, that is, we should be ready to face all the odds with respect. We should achieve it, and our focus should be completely on the development of the country according to his vision. One of the vision, the first vision was the development. So for that, if we want to face challenges, if we want to work hard, if we want to work for the higher studies also, we will do it, and with respect we will gain to the rest of the world. We are going to show a point that we can also have achieved that position. If we are not free, no one will respect us. Now what is his second point? That is the freedom. If we are not free, then no one will respect us. Yes, if we are free, if we have the freedom, if we have the dignity, and if we have our own position, then all will respect us. I have three visions of India. In 3000 years of our history, people from all over the world have come and invaded us. So he is talking about the history. Within these 3000 years, people from all over the world, they have come and they have captured us, invaded us, our land, and conquered even our minds. So as we see the Britishers, how many years they have ruled over us? For more than 150 years, and they have totally captured our minds. Now he is talking from Alexander onwards. The Greeks, the Portuguese, the British, the French, the Dutch, All these, they have conquered India, they have captured India. All of them came and looted us and took over what was ours. They all came and looted whatever was there. So they all came and looted whatever was there. So this was there. So all these Greeks, Portuguese, the British, they all came and invaded India, and they have taken every good things from India. We have not conquered anyone, but what we have done, we haven't conquered anyone. We have not grabbed their land, their culture and their history, not tried to force our way of life on them. So we have not done as they have done. We have not done in the same way. We have not grabbed their land, their culture, their history, nothing. And we have not forced our way of life on them. So what they did, they have not only conquered our land, but they have forced their way of life on us. They have forcefully put on their culture on us. Why? Because we respect the freedom of others. So why we haven't done? From many years we are under the foreign rules, but we haven't captured anyone, we haven't conquered anyone. So it is not that we don't have any capacity or ability to conquer anyone, but we respect the freedom of others. So that is our culture. That is why my first vision for India is freedom. So he's talking that my first vision for India is freedom. I believe that India has its first vision of freedom in 1857. So we saw in the war of 1857, first war, that when we stood against the British, that was in 1857, the first vision was of freedom aroused among the people when we started the war of independence. So in the year 1857, we started the war of independence against the British rule, and that was our first way of achieving the freedom. It is this freedom that we must protect and nurture and build on. So it is this freedom. Unitedly, we must stand against it. So it is this freedom that we must protect our freedom. Now, what is our duty? We should protect our freedom. We should nurture means develop that freedom. Not only being free is important. Yes, there should be some changes. Whatever the evils in the society we are present, that we have to abolish it in complete manner, abandon it, and we have to achieve all those good things which are better for the development of the human being. So that is there. So nurture and build on. And now we should protect our freedom, nurture it and build on. If we are not free, no one will respect us. So if we are not free, then no one is going to respect us. Now my second vision for India is development. So first freedom and second one is the development. For 50 years, we have been a developing nation. So after independence, for 50 years, we are there as a developing nation. It is time to see ourselves as a developed nation. Now, not only developing, that is not in the progress, but we should stand as a developed nation. Okay, we are among the top 5 nations of the world in terms of gross domestic product. We have 10% growth rate in most areas. So now listen here. If we among the top 10 countries we are there, and gross whatever the domestic products, we are among the 5 nations of the world. Whatever the product we are having, we are also having in our country, and we are among those developed nations. We have 10% growth rate in most areas. So in most of our areas, we have 10% growth rate. So this is development. Our poverty levels are falling and our achievements are being globally recognized too. So slowly our poverty levels are also falling. Each and every one of us are getting job, they are earning money. And so globally recognized means it is accepted by the whole world today that yes, really we have achieved and developed after 50 years of independence. Yet we lack the self-confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation. But again, he's saying, no, we should not be a developing nation. We should be a developed nation, and that confidence is still yet to come in our hearts. So that is, as a developed nation, self-respect and self-assured, isn't it? So we are not at all self-dependent. We are not at all sure about ourselves. So little bit lack of confidence is there in us. Why this lack of confidence is there? Because we were under many foreign rules there. And so we don't have the full capacity to develop ourselves. We have not fully emerged. Okay, from that, we can say we were under the British rule. From that slavery, we have not come out yet. That's why we are little bit there. We can see the lack of confidence in us. India must stand up to the world. Now he's asking, yeah, now it is the time after 50, 60 years of independence, it is the time that we should stand up, face bravely all the problems. I have a third vision that India must stand up to the world or no one will respect us. Yes, if we are confident and if we are not afraid of anything, then we will stand up with courage and with confidence. So then others will respect us. Only strength respects strength. Yes, that is the strength will respect strength. Otherwise, if we are little bit timid and pale at that time, no one will respect us. We must be strong not only as a military power, but also as an economic power. Both must go hand in hand. So military power and economic power should go in hand. Military power to protect our nation and economic power that is to develop the nation. So both these must go hand in hand. Means both these should go together. Why are we in India so embarrassed to recognize our own strength, our achievements? So in India, why we Indian people are so much feeling shy or so much feeling awkward to see our own strength, our own achievements? Why can't we recognize that? We are such a great nation. We have so many amazing success stories, but we refuse to acknowledge them. So we are such a big nation and all the big people, they are from our country only. Then why we refuse to acknowledge those people? Why we are having so many brave stories, success stories with us? Then why can't we do this? Why are we failing? Where are we failing? That is also important. Why? We are the second largest producer of wheat in the world. We know that is in the production section. We are the second largest to produce the wheat. We are the second largest producer of rice also. We are the first in milk production. So in wheat and rice, both these crops which are important for us, we are the second largest producer. And milk, as it is the important daily meal for us. So that is also we are the first there. We are number one in remote sensing satellites. And in satellites also, that is the man-made satellites, which are launched into the space. So we are number one there also. Look at Dr. Sudarshan. He has transferred the tribal village into a self-sustaining, self-driving unit. So now he is giving the example of Dr. Sudarshan. He has transferred the tribal village, okay, into a self-sustaining. Self-sustaining means to produce their one's own needs, to fulfill one's own needs. Self-driving means controlling our own village. So there are millions of such achievements, but our media is obsessed only with bad news and failures and disasters. So such a great achievements are done today also by the people, but our media, what does our media do? Only the bad news will spread there, and the failures and the disasters where we lack, that we will highlight too much. But what we have done, that is not highlighted. So we have such success stories also. Why don't we think about that success stories and we should go ahead? Do we not realize that self-respect comes with self-reliance? So how self-respect comes? Yes, that is of the self-reliant only. Self-dependent. When we are self-dependent, we will become strong, confident, and we will have that is a willpower in us to fight against the odds there. So I was in Tel Aviv once and I was reading the Israeli newspaper. So he's telling about the Israel. It was the day after a lot of attacks and bombardments and deaths had taken place. So in Israel, as you know, so it was the day after the lot of attacks, the bombarding and all those things. The Hamas had struck. So all those was going on there. But listen here, but the front page of the newspaper had the picture of a Jewish gentleman who in 5 years had transformed his desert land into an orchard farm and granary. But हमारे न्यूज़पेपर में क्या होता था? In the front only all those things will be highlighted. Bomb हुआ, यहाँ पे इसको मारा गया, उसको. But there in the Israel, what was there in the front page? A Jewish gentleman was there, and how he transformed from his desert land into a fruit-growing land. So that was there. It was this inspiring picture that everyone woke up to. So this is the first page inspiring picture, and the first moment should be very much inspiring. That is the way. The gory details of killings. What is a gory details means bloodshed, violence, all that. Killings, bombardments and deaths were inside the paper, buried among the other news. So these all the bombardments, the killing were inside the paper. They were buried under the other news. Isn't it possible in our country? So we can do it in the same way in our country also. Why to put up this all the killings and the bombardings? All this in the front page. Front page should be inspiring. We should give their about a particular person what he has done for the country, and that should be the inspiring for others also. So that was there in the Israel. In Israel, each and every time the wars and all those things are going on, bloodshed is there, killing is there, murders are there, and bombardings are there. So, but within this, what they have done, they have given the success story of a person who has converted his desert land into an orchard. Okay, and granary was there. He grew grains and fruits and vegetables on that particular type of garden. So that was a source of inspiration to others. And the other news, the bad news was inside the newspaper, which was there in hidden and with the other news. So that was not at all highlighted. So the people should not be disheartened or feel sad in the morning. They should feel a little bit inspiring after reading a paper. So that was there. So why can't we do it in India? So this is some particular common questions put up by Abdul Kalam and which he has observed in our country. That was his observation with our country. So that was his observation we have seen here. So we will continue with the lesson again. Okay, so all these things about the Abdul Kalam, when he's asking a question, means he is trying to do something for the country on that particular matter. So he is not only putting up a question to you to answer you, but to think over it. And you should also do something for the country. You should also think in that angle. Because we are not at all thinking, we are so selfish, we think only of ourselves, but we are not thinking on that matter. So we should do, and we should go ahead for the development of the country. So in this way, all the people should get inspiration from the Abdul Kalam's reading. We will continue with the reading. Okay, students, for today it is enough. So sort out the information of Abdul Kalam if you get it anywhere. I know you have written many times the essay on Abdul Kalam. So you will have to write down the essay, the personality I admire most. Okay, write essay on personality. Okay. Essay on the personality I admire most. So this is your homework for today, and this you can do it. Okay, the personality. You can take the points from this lesson. You can think about the person of Abdul Kalam here and take the points here. Okay. Yes. Bye, students. Bye, everyone. Have a good time. Have a good day.